While making this Reddit video, I just saw our subreddit and it looks like we've just reached 1,000 Dygmates. Time for a celebration. On March 10, our subreddit turned 1 year old. So we wanted to celebrate it with you and do a bit of a recap to talk about some of your favorite topics and most importantly, talk about the best part of our community, you guys, the Dygmates. Without further ado, and thanks to our Dygmate for coining this term, this is the Dignasty. The Dignasty. Nasty. Now our first post had some kind of a philosophic overtone. It was a question about making questions. And it also works as a paradigm. Users point mistakes and we try to fix them. Then comes our first big thread. And to some degree, our first promo of our new subreddit. It was Daylor's AMA on March 27. Moving on to our favorite part, our mistakes. So before we became the awesome company that could send orders 3 to 5 days after purchase, we did have some shipping issues and shipping delays in 2020. And this uncertainty on when you'd be receiving your amazing keyboards created a flood of questions, like neck deep. I had to use my scuba gear to get out of it. We had problems with fees all around the world, from Egypt to Colombia, through the Philippines, South Korea, and India. And to top it up, we got some Brexit-related issues too. But don't worry, now the Dygmates have their keyboards and everyone lived happily ever after. Lie! People want you to believe in happy endings, but life's not like that. There's more to life than happy endings. Can't believe I said that. We had problems left and right and center, from the bass to the palm pads, the sticky keys, to inconsistent ones and broken sockets, rebellious LEDs and feisty cables. But I guess the biggest issue we had was with the freezing, which we already solved with our latest firmware update and we also talked about in our previous video. We know that there will always be issues or people with questions, and to make sure we understand and answer everyone's question, we created this problems thread where you can simply create a post and write the issue you have with your race, and we'll try our best to answer it as soon as possible and solve it, of course. Not everything was bad news. Most of the keyboards arrived in good shape, and thanks to that, we had some positive reviews from different YouTube channels. Not only that, but lots of Dygmates wanted to share their setups and their custom keyboards. The show and tell, what's between your rays was a popular topic. Then, things escalated a bit. We're happy that your race survived the beer accident, but it's something we can't encourage anyone to do. But not everything was joy in Dygmaland. We know base core and our firmware are areas that need improvement. That's why we're expanding our tech department to accelerate the much needed software and firmware optimization. And any critique helps a lot, especially the harsh but fair ones like this extensive review. We actually changed the firmware update process because of you, Junus, so thanks for that. Other than our software and firmware, we're also working hard with our tenting kit. And I'm gonna be publishing a video on its development very soon. So stay tuned. Our Dygmates are really amazing people because they help each other, and in most cases, their personal experiences on their issues are better than our own advice. It can be about networks, base core issues, layout adaptations, or general questions regarding their race, like the learning curve or their typing experience and functionality doubts, or the best switches for each user. And sometimes there's even no need to ask. This is a community that gives. They don't just solve problems, but also contribute with great innovations that serve as an inspiration for future products, improvements for base core like the macros back in the day. I could go on and say how humbling this process has been, but I can't sum it up better than this post from El de la Cajita, one of our most active Dygmates. First, there was no Reddit, then came an unofficial one, and then this one was created. It was a quiet, familiar place at first, with just as many regular active users as fingers you have on your rays right now. And the people at Dygma were here from the beginning, answering questions, listening to feedback, and, I hope, also enjoying the good vibes in this community. Well, we are definitely enjoying the good vibes. Celebrate good time. Like this video if you liked it, and please subscribe so that you can be awesome too.